Good morning everybody, welcome into the Summer Solstice 2022, happening today the 21st of June 2022. I thought I'd just do a Summer Solstice reading for you to shine a light on what we need to work on for the next 3 months, taking us through till autumn equinox. So let's see what the cards have to say. I'm going to do some Gaia cards first of all, and then shine a light into the shadows with my old Goliath deck. So what do we need to know for Summer Solstice 2022, and what energies do we need to work with over the next 3 months until autumn equinox? What are the themes? What's the energy? What's going on for the collective? And how can we navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, let's see. What do we got? Oh, the message. Positive news, positive outcomes. Okay, that definitely looks like the summer solstice. Lots of shining sun energy there. But yeah, positive news, positive outcomes, messages coming through. A hidden gift. Sadness, an ending and a new beginning. Okay, the turnings of the seasons and the solar festivals always mark endings and beginnings as the energies change. So from this morning's reading, you know, there was a lot about sort of letting go of something and trusting that you're being supported. Trust that you're being supported in this journey. So we've got eternal love, happiness, harmony and fulfillment. Okay, so if you haven't already watched it, have a look at this morning's morning message for more information on this. I love it when the cards do this. Different readings, you know, join up together. Use different decks, and you know, different cards come out of it. It's the same sort of meaning. Thank you. So right, we're going to use the old Goliath shadow deck to see what we need to shine a light on. So what do we need to know for summer solstice today, 2022? Messages from Spirit for the collective for what we need to focus on over the next 3 months through to autumn equinox. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? So there could be something that you're holding on to, a sadness or a disappointment, or an old emotion that really is sort of you've outgrown. You no longer need in your life. It's not protecting you anymore, and it's probably in fact holding you back, and needs to be released. Mourn it. Hold a little ritual to release it, you know, whatever you need to do, but there's definitely something that needs to be completed. And then we're in the sunshine. Okay. Sorry. So where we find the Ace of Cups. Gifts of love, healing broken hearts. We're loved for ourselves, we're loved by other people, we're loved by all the galactics. We are truly, truly loved. We're loved by the divine. Okay. Oh, and shedding old skins. Judgment came up this morning. The Seven of Pentacles came up this morning as well. The Empress. There's some of these cards, the Masks, the Ace of Cups and the Empress came up in the full moon reading last Tuesday. And I'll talk about the Judgment card as well. The Hanged Man, the Chariot, the Caution, okay, and then at the bottom, what have we got? We've got the Four of Swords. The Fall is just coming out so much at the moment, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Karmic Soul Tribe, we've got to have that. Okay, so I'm going to leave those on there. Okay. Right, I've just got the message come through for the Caution as well. But I'm going to have to put my glasses on because I can't read the little writing. Some of them I can remember and there's some of them I can't. So, where we find ourselves. The Ace of Cups, connecting to the gift of divine love. You know, love, joy, gratitude, filling our cup up so we overflow out into the world. Filling your cup up first, and then once you're full, then I give it out to the world. That connection, that energy. This is a gift from God, from the divine masculine, from spirit, from universe, you know, however you see it, whatever, you know, terms you use to describe this energy. For me, I call it God, spirit, the divine masculine, and I see Gaia and the divine feminine coming up and together, and they're both constantly sort of within us, and filling our hearts and in their union. So yeah, we have this gift of divine love, and our chalices are being filled. We're continuing the journey of coming out of the shadows, stepping into our authentic selves, our personal freedom. This card came up at the full moon in Sagittarius last week, and it's called the Hidden Wolf. And I was saying then about sort of often we hear the phrase a wolf in sheep's clothing, but for me this is about breaking out the confines of society's shoulds and shoulds and you know, coulds and whatevers, and that sort of, you know, keeping inside society keeps you a sheep, obeying the rules, hiding yourself, suppressing your energy, keeping yourself small, not standing out from the crowd, where actually sort of, you know, there is a wolf, there's a wild beast inside of you that wants to come out, be liberated, take its own path, the lone wolf, although they do live in packs, join in with other wolves and, you know, that community, but just expanding beyond these old skins and this old sort of very passive energy, standing up and saying no, standing up and saying yes. So when you say no to others and to the norm and things like that, then you're free to say yes to yourself. So I really see this sort of masks, letting the mask slip, ripping off the mask, freeing yourself from sort of the shackles and norms of society. And the foundation below, we've got Judgment, the Transcendence. And again, going back to the full moon reading that I did, we had the Eight of Swords come out. And in that card, the bear is trapped below the ice. You can see it sort of in the water below the ice. And this card is like what happens when the bear breaks the surface of the ice and can break through the ice ceiling, the glass ceiling, the things that limit us and keep us sort of trapped below. We get transcendence. And this really lovely card's come out today as well, because we've got all the sun rays coming down from above. And sort of when you break through, when you shed your little wool, lambs or sheep's clothing, then you can come out, you can breathe again. Just transcend that energy. Also, the judgment came out this morning as well in the morning message reading as well. So it's really nice to see it come out again. And then above, gift from Spirit is the Seven of Pentacles. The rewarded frog. Yes. And this came out this morning as well, in a different position, but it came out this morning. The rewarded frog. For all our patience, all our showing up every day to do the work and everything, that trust, that continuing on the journey, even at times when we've been on our knees or we felt like curling up into a ball and just giving up, or surrendering, we're now at a time of being rewarded for all that work, for that trust and everything, and gratitude. And it brings us into the Empress, the alchemical mother, our fertility, our creativity. It doesn't have to be babies or anything like that. It's like fertility of ideas of everything, or your creativity, what you're growing next, a new business, a new whatever. This is what we're moving into. Lovely divine feminine energies of nurturing, of mothering, of fertility and creativity and wonderfulness. And then we've got the three clarifiers. So we've got the Hanged Man, the Suspended Monkey. We might have to look at things from a different side. When you're outside of the herd, then you often get a different perspective. It gives you a new insight, a new perspective, being an outsider, being a front runner, an outlier, whatever you want to call it. You look at things from a different perspective. You see the crumbling of the limitations that you were held in. And then we've got the Chariot of Osiris. And again, for me, in this card, we've got the sun at the top there. And it's this, I don't know if they're petals. I think there might be petals. But for me, it looked very much like the ice breaking. Breaking through and riding to victory, like wild horses. Horses are I love horses, one of my power animals. And on the top of the hill, they're very small. There's a little black horse up on its back hind legs. That energy, I can just sense that energy and feel that energy of that racing through. It could be, this could also be blossom from this tree, that creativity. We've gone past Beltane. We've had the fertilisation of our flowers. We've been pollinated and everything now at the peak of the solar cycle. And between now and autumn equinox, we go into harvest. Our fruits ripen. So this is that energy. And just a turning, we've been climbing, we've been in empowerment. Now we're peeking over the hill. And then it's down into manifestation of the year. Okay. We've got the caution, the heedful mouse here. Okay, the mouse is in a dark place, finds itself sort of surrounded by a snake, and it's sort of could be a word of caution. The message I'm getting through from it for today is that often when we're head down, we're in we're in the tribe, we're in the society, and everything's normal, and then suddenly we start opening up and breaking out, and suddenly instead of being focused on the details, we start opening up and looking at the big picture. We might not see the big picture of all of it, we might just see bits of it, and there's all these unknowns. That unknown can be frightening. Oh my God, are we going to be eaten alive? Ah! So it can be a word of caution, but it can also be that sudden, you can feel quite vulnerable when you break out of an old restriction, or something like that, and you might feel very sort of shaky or timid or scared of, oh my God, what ifs. I would just trust step by step, connect with Divine Mother, Divine Father, and allow them to lead you. Just, we're looking at the mouse. We've got another mouse over here, which I'm going to come to in a minute. So we're in the Four of Swords, the sacred space. I'm sure that does say sacred space. Yes, it does. And we've got this little white bunny here surrounded by roses, and the Four Swords pointing away. Okay, because this rabbit looks quite vulnerable. Okay, but it's surrounded by flowers and roses, in safety, and the swords are pointing the other way. I'm taking this as, you know, sort of a time for healing, a space for getting stronger as we relinquish the masks, and just growing into this new space. And then we have the Four, and we have another mouse, and look at this mouse. Look at the difference between the two mice. Okay, so after this time of healing in the Four of Swords, then this little mouse here finds itself embarking on a new journey. And this is the third reading that I've done where the Fool has come out, and this is the eternal vagabond, and he's just leapt into the abyss, carry me wherever I'm meant to go. Okay, and then sort of we've got the Eight of Pentacles here, the patient weaver. Okay, we've got the spider. Spiders weaving their webs, spiders weaving their lives and everything. That's showing up, doing the work, you know, growing the spiders, you know, creating the spider's web. That's what we're doing. That's the work we're doing. And also at the top, we've got a chrysalis and butterflies. Again, that emerging from the chrysalis. Okay, we could be a bit fearful as we do that. You know, you might be a wolf coming out of a sheep's clothing, but, you know, if you're not used to being a wolf, it's like, ooh. It was all, I didn't have to think about things when I was a sheep. So again, that emergence, that sort of opening your wings to fly. And then we have the karmic soul tribe, the family. And again, another card going back to this morning's reading, the Pleiades and Mintak, and about letting us know that we're not on our own. We're part of this big galactic family, our soul families. This is time to join together with all of them, and know we're not alone, and we won't be abandoned on this journey. You know, they're watching over us, and we can swim with them in this journey of life. Okay, so that's it. That's today's Summer Solstice energy. This is the energy for the next 3 months. Okay, an emergence, an awakening, shedding the restrictions and things, and trusting that you'll be rewarded, that you're being looked after, that you can go from the heedful mouse to the eternal vagabond. Okay. This is the journey we're being taken on. if you're up for it, join me on that journey. I'll be doing this, and I hope you'll join me on this journey, and I hope that I can be of support to you on this journey. Okay, so that's today's message. That's your summer solstice message for the next 3 months. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, then please let me know in the comments below. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address in the descriptions box below this video. Have a wonderful summer solstice, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.